Hi everyone, I'm Shilpa Majumdar. I'm a French language specialist. I'm a French language teacher and a French language translator. Today I'm in conversation with a student of mine, Shweta Kedia. The conversation is facilitated by Captain Tapas Majumdar, who is a founder at Sustainability Practitioners. Shweta Kedia moved from Mumbai to Geneva, and if you are a non-Swiss national staying in Geneva, you would definitely be aware of the FIDE examination. So what is this examination? Let us see. So as per a new federal Swiss law, dependents who are non-EU nationals aged 18 and above need to present a language proficiency certificate in French with a minimum level of A1 oral competence. So when Shweta joined me, she was an absolute beginner. What amazed me was her dedication in submitting her assignments. The icing on the cake was when Shweta appeared for the exam and she cleared it, not with an A1, but with an A2 certification. How did she achieve this stupendous task? Let us hear about it in her own words. Alors, je vous présente Shweta Kedia. Voila.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Shweta Kedia. Je suis indienne. J'habite Genève depuis 12 ans. Je viens d'Odisha. Je suis ingénieur logiciel, mais maintenant je suis femme au foyer. J'ai une fille, elle a 12 ans. Je prends le français car il est nécessaire pour obtenir un permis de séjour à Genève. Et aussi, il est facile de communiquer avec la population locale ici. Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Shweta Kedia. Je suis indienne. J'habite Genève depuis 12 ans. Je viens d'Odisha. Je suis ingénieur logiciel, mais maintenant je suis femme au foyer. J'ai une fille, elle a 12 ans. Je prends le français car il est nécessaire pour obtenir un permis de séjour à Genève. Et aussi, il est facile de communiquer avec la population locale ici.
Okay. Hi, Shweta.
Hi, Tapas.
Shweta, you have been doing here. I've been hearing a lot of wonderful things from Shilpa, who I believe is your teacher, who actually
Yes.
taught you. And I've never heard anyone going in for A1 qualification and coming out with an A2 qualification.
That was a surprise for me as well. Though I was confident when I was giving an exam, I could have appeared for A2 because Shilpa always used to tell me that you are prepared. I'm 100% sure that you will be clearing A1. So it just happened randomly when I appeared for the exam, and then I gave FIDE, and it was like they gave me like they started the conversation and they suggested we will take it as A1 and A2 as well. So I was like, okay, let's see. So when I was giving, I was quite nervous, but I went with I went with the flow, to be frank. And when coming out of the exam, I was not 100% sure that I did very well, and I gave a call to Shilpa, that I'm not 100% sure that I did very well, because I am a good scoring student from my past. Like 90% was always achieved in my career. So I was expecting that here as well. But yeah, I did good, thankfully. And yes, that's it. Like preparation helped, whatever I did.
In fact, preparation is the key, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Like regular study actually helped me. I'll say no matter how busy I was, half an hour minimum I used to take out and study just go through the material which was given to me. Not even, go and search web and anything else, but those were sufficient. Yes, like I used to go through YouTube tutorials and also those, but those were extra help.
So while preparing, what is it I mean, did you just randomly go about it, or was it a planned schedule, or how?
It was a planned schedule. There were like chapters which were, divided, and there were like grammar section was totally different, and that's when my interest started. When the verb part came, and at that time I used to learn, get to know how to form my own sentences. So it was not mugging up. It was rather, applying the rules of the grammar and then going with the flow. I did many mistakes. It's not like, I was a pro from the beginning. Not even, I am not a pro now. I'm not saying that. But it really helped. It really helped learning grammar and subsequently adding it up in my usage, day-to-day usage. And that really helped.
Here, I wanted to point out like how Tapas, when I started, and she used to tell me I go out in the market and I don't
Oh,
understand
God.
what they say and I don't know what to
Yes.
say. Yeah, that was our start, Shweta. And then 3, 4
Oh
months
God,
down
I
the
still remember my first class, and I was like, what is she saying? There are so many syllables. I cannot even pronounce anything, a
yeah,
single word. I'm like, this is completely different. I don't know. Like, it's so confusing to pronounce it, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. But for me, it was do or die. I have to do it, right? So yes, subsequent practice really helped.
in the initial 2, 3 lessons, I remember her telling me that
God,
I
I
can't
was
remember.
scared to my
I don't think
core.
this is how it sounds. She used to tell me this is not what it sounds. It sounds different. And then the
I'll
turnaround.
always have those frown and like, what I'm saying, I don't know. But what actually gave me confidence, if I'll tell from like as a teacher perspective, how you treated me, you were never judgy. You never used to judge me, no matter how small the question is, no matter how big the question is, no matter, how many times I'll repeat the same question. So I was having that safe space to ask question, without being judged, that whether, oh, I never got that from you, that, I just explained this to you, you should know this. All these things were not there. So a safe space really helped me to ask question and get the answer back, no matter at what time. I used to just text her. She must be sleeping at that time, but I'll, because after my daughter sleeps, I will start reading, right? So it will be around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock here. So I used to text her whatever questions I had in mind. And she never used to, tell me that don't ping me at this time and all stuff. She was like, whenever she will wake up and then she will reply. So it was really helpful. Thank
Being
you.
accessible is very important. Yeah?
Yes,
Here,
it
what I
is.
wanted to say is that the very fact that she's studying and putting forward so many queries, that itself is like a motivator to the teacher
and and
to put in
also
more.
when I used to do my homework, she used to be very proud, like I'm a kid. So that that reciprocates, that in that used to give me boost, that she's happy, I should do more and achieve more karke. So yes, that helped.
Yeah, she really put in a lot of hard work. What I appreciate is that, in fact, instead of having a little daughter and all the chores around, he would do the homework to the best possible.
Yes,
Each and
that I
everything
tried my
that is
level
there,
best.
he will do it. That is amazing. In fact, some of your dialogues I've saved and kept also, so that I can show that this is the way you can write a dialogue.
Oh God,
And that
I still
really,
remember that was
really
fun.
helps you to progress, no, Shweta? That really helps.
Yes, yes, that actually helped. I still remember when, verbs were not introduced. Till then, I didn't have any confidence. Like I was lost, I can say. After verbs started, then its conjugation part started. Then I got real confidence. After that, it gave me a boost. And then I started reading the, afish, as you say. I started reading all these things wherever I see, go in supermarket or whether, any stores. And then if I'll have any doubt, I'll note it down and then I'll ask her or I'll Google it out. So yes,
Yeah, the posters and all, she started
yes.
understanding those posters, and she made an effort. If there was a poster she didn't understand, she would make that effort to translate and find out. Yeah, I remember the thrill she had when she could start reading all
It
those.
was fun. And I'll tell you one more incidence. While sleeping, it happens, right? I don't know, it happens with me. I'll go throughout the day's thing which I have done, and then what is going to happen tomorrow. And all those conversation comes into my head. Then I used to translate those English sentences to French. If I'm not able to, then at midnight I'll wake up. I'll try, I'll Google, I'll translate. And if I'm not able to do, or somewhere I get stuck, if Google is saying me something and grammar wise what we have read is different, it happens a lot of time that the rules which we have read is like which it gives me a different sentence, and then when I Google translate it, it gives me a different sentence. So I used to text her that Google is giving me this, but as per rule it is this. So like all those confusions and struggle, and the doubt I had on me, it slowly it went away somehow.
Shilpa,
So yes.
when you first met Shweta, and she had to, and she would have probably told you that, I need to clear this exam for this reason. And what when she was saying all that, what was your assessment about her as a student?
See, when you start Tapas with any student, you don't make any judgment about that person. So I didn't have anything to say that okay, whether she's going to be a good student, bad student. I couldn't make out at the first meeting, of course. So every meeting you start with all the students on the same line. You start with teaching them, and obviously you know that there is a lot of in the when you first like learning a new language, it becomes very overwhelming to you, and you suddenly start feeling, but this is too much. I'm not going to be able to speak this, and plus the accent is different. I'm not going to be able to do this. So this is a typical pattern. It is the pattern which happened with me, so I know it happens with the others. And so that is exactly what I expected. So every time I used to tell her, no, you just continue, you'll be able to do it, because it eventually there is a turnaround.
So you're fundamentally saying you're not judgmental when you uh, onboard your students, when you're interacting with them for the first time. And when they start picking up, what happens then? I mean, when the learning happens, like in case of Shweta, she took a lot of initiative, and there was a thought, there was a plan, there was a definite commitment from her end. How do you tend to trigger these things in a student? How were you able to? In case of Shweta, a lot seems to be a lot self-motivated. But as a teacher, what is the role that you see, and what is it? How do you engage with your students so that they feel positive about learning, and results like these are come about?
Actually, every individual has a different learning pattern. So initially, when I start teaching them, I'm also trying to attune myself to their understanding. Some will pick up the listening skills faster, some may not. Then the others might pick up the grammar skills faster, and the others might not. So I try to attune myself also to how a student picks up, and I keep on, like changing the way it is required. Because if you have already followed the grammar rules and all, then you are making sentences on your own, like she said. When I start with verb conjugation, she started making sentences on her own. And every time she used to think something in English, she used to try and make it in French. But not everybody does that. So then I am aware consciously that they are not able to do it. And so in class, then I will give them sentences which they will use in regular life in French, in France, and see if they can translate, because then it has to be driven from my side since it's not driven from there. But then there are students who pick up listening skills very fast. And I think, Shweta, we struggled with the listening skills with.
Yes, a lot.
So sometimes students pick up listening skills on their own, but then they have to be pushed and pushed as in that is not really pushed, but they might not come up with the ideas themselves. So then I have to give them certain sentences in English, a situation in English, try to make them think about it in French and translate it in French. So that is. Whereas in case of Shweta, we worked more on the listening skills because she found understanding the French dialects and accents little difficult. Because
Yes.
even within the French speakers, the native French speakers, people speak with different accents. Especially if you are from Canada, then the Canadian French accent is different. If you're from Africa, then the African French accent is different. Even in France, if you're from North France, you have a different accent. If you're from South France, you have a different accent. Then in Geneva, where Shweta stays, they have a different accent. So getting to understand those accents via the audios which we already have, and then making her understand how the words are listening, and how to understand them in the right way. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but then that's the. So we worked a lot on the listening skills and the spoken skills.
Shweta, coming to you,
Yes.
what is the one thing which you wish was not there in Shilpa as a teacher?
I would love to have one-on and like in-class training rather than online, to be frank. Apart from that, really nothing. Because what oozes out from her is positivity. And that is required when you are learning. You know, she never told me that you are failing or you are doing, something wrong. She will always push me that you will get there. Don't worry. Just continue what you are doing and you will get there. That really helped.
Shilpa, how about you? Were there any moments when it was like, oh my God,
With Shweta? No.
Really?
I'm telling you, Tapas, with Shweta, like I got the ideal student. So perhaps
Oh my
that's the
goodness.
reason why we are doing this first interview with Shweta. Because I got my ideal student. I didn't have complaints. What does a teacher want? See, you have taught. There's a limit to what we can do, In class, we can explain. You have not understood. We can explain again in a different way. But if you have not put in the efforts at all, we cannot drag the bag. There's only so much that you can do. Everything else will come from your end. So if one Sunday I've taught you and the next Sunday you have not studied and you're coming in blank and I have to teach you the same thing again, then we have not made any progress. But then it was something that the student had to do during the week. So I think that is also one of my weaknesses, if I may say. I cannot push a student to do something if he's not doing it on his own. Like I am not that person who can take a ruler and say you better do it or we're not going to have this class now.
But
So
in my
that's
case,
why
that actually helped me.
that's why in Shweta I found an ideal student because
No,
yes, if you don't
had you
understand something and all, that's fine because you have tried and you have not understood.
no, but had you done those, you have to do that, then I would have, probably got scared and, uh, might be, that would have impacted what I did, how I
there
did.
could have been resistance in that sense?
Yes. So
Many
that,
times, I have had like parents, especially when the kids are small, tell me that, Miss, you need to be strict, you need to get their homework done. So that's something I think I'll still have to take a training and learn how to do it. Because I feel that students should do it because they love it, because they love the language. because it's a language, and if you, it's not a maths problem or something. So it's something very beautiful. So if you take interest, you will develop in it. If you don't take interest, you're not going to develop. It's as simple as. What amazed me was how diligently she does her homework. And so 1 month down the line, I knew this was one student I could be happy about, because she will do her homework. All her homework is turned in. All her assignments are turned in. Sometimes they are delayed, but that also I know she has a daughter to take care of. But they are all there before the class, before the next class, because we used to meet only weekly. So she had all the more onus on herself to study during the week, because it's very easy to forget. You've studied on one Sunday and then you meet the next Sunday. So it's all possibility you will forget. So the entire onus lay then in her court, that she takes the efforts on a daily basis so as to give her a pattern that this is what you need to study. But I found that she used to put in all the efforts that was necessary, follow all the instructions, and she had something more to give me when she met me in the next class. So she used to do her own research. You remember you came up with those verb songs and all, and
Yes,
you
yes,
said,
yes.
"Ma'am, please help me." So the basic verbs you suggested. So this shows the interest, Then by the end of 1 month, you can then make your
Oh,
kind
how
of
I
judgment on
remember
the
those
student
verb
who will put in
classes.
a lot of effort.
I remember
And she's
those
a
verb
computer
classes.
engineer. So for her to learn a language, yes, you can understand that it does take efforts, but she put in all the efforts down.
Shweta, what was the motivation behind doing this course, and broadly your experiences on as you went through the course?
So first of all, it was a requirement to get my visa renewed here, and so I have to do it. Uh, and the most helpful thing was I'm living here where people are actually using French as a primary language, and it was really helpful when I started getting the hold of language. When I will go out and people will be speaking, and I'll be, at least even if I could not speak at that moment when I was starting, I could understand. And that happiness, I can tell you, I used to literally scream. And I remember the first day I made an appointment with doctor, I was like, oh my God. And I literally, I was jumping around, I could do that. And she understood me. That was the main thing when you're speaking on phone, and then the person whom you're speaking to, she also understood me. I was like, oh my goodness, I am doing it. I'm doing it.
Let
So
us share a bit of that conversation. She had enacted out that conversation for me after that.
oh goodness. I
This-
still mess around a lot, but still learning.
And the value and the joy of that is something that's going to probably stay for a long, long, long time.
I am not exaggerating when I'm saying I was literally jumping. And I also told many of my friends that, I did an appointment in French. That was a doctor's appointment. I was like, wow, I did it.
That was amazing. And that was
Oh,
amazing
goodness.
when she told me
Yes.
that. And
Oh, God.
see, you understand what they say, and they understand what you say. So that is,
Yes.
you have achieved uh,
Yes.
a level.
And that too over phone. When you are in person, talking in person, it was like it's different. You can always see the visual clue, and then guess also if you're not getting exactly. But over phone, it's difficult for me. So yes, I still remember that happiness.
And even your exam, you told me, was little difficult because
I
everybody
told
was
you,
wearing
yes,
masks.
yes, it was so difficult for me. Everybody was wearing mask, and then the place where I was giving exam, in Geneva particularly, you will not get to hear those honking and all stuff at all. and particularly where I stay, it's quite literally pin drop silence where I. And where I was giving exam, it was for the first time in Geneva. After coming from Mumbai, I'm saying, pardon me. The sound, like the noise of honking was too much because it was just a turning. It was a circle basically there. So it was too much of honking and it was disturbing me because I'm in Geneva since 2 years. I'm sorry I'm saying this. I'm from Mumbai. I do not say that. But yes, it is how I got used to. And when I was having class with Shilpa, there was totally no disturbance. And I used to use earphone always. So it was quite clear. And then when I was giving exam, there was no earphone front to front with mask on and all those precautions and all stuff. So yes, there was challenge. As I told that I was not confident I'll do 90% तो आ ही जाएगा वैसा वाला नहीं scene था. But then I have to accept that I'm no more a student who has just a duty of student. I have other things to also
But
carry on.
here you have got above 100%, no? You were doing an A1, so actually you got 100% plus
Maybe I was
75%.
expecting a 90 plus in E2.
Oh, you were, okay.
I like that. I really like
You should
that.
have just told me that.
I really like that.
No, it's like
Because
that
I think you
from
got
the my childhood,
175%.
I am like that from the childhood that if I give an exam, I have to be my best. That is always there in back of my head. I don't know why. I literally don't know.
The way I see it, out of 100, you got a 175.
Oh my goodness.
That's how it is, yeah.
Oh goodness.
You
That
went
is like,
beyond your expectations
you
of
remember
A1.
I was so sad when I called you that day.
Yeah, she texted me. My exam went bad,
It's
and I
like,
was
oh
like, I
God, I
called.
was not, I was like, I was not at all confident enough because I used to do very good and confidently when we used to take exams online. I was like, if I'll take an answer, I should be 100% that this is right, not on the basis of just guessing and putting it on.
So what
So,
happens in FIDE exam, which is very specific to Switzerland, that is Geneva also, is that if she is answering certain conversations and certain questions of A1 level, they just go on, making it tougher and tougher, complicated,
mhm.
and you land up into A2 and you're not even aware of that. So actually,
Exactly.
you ended up in A2, the situations that they gave, and that also you
Yes.
cleared, but you were
No,
sweating.
but speaking was quite easy. As you see, speaking is my positive thing. Listening is always, I have faced challenge on that. But here, what the problem was, as I told you, I already did the practice using earphones. So, there was focus, but I never played any video, not even a single video, when I was practicing on phone, just on speaker. So there was a lot of echo which I was getting, it was completely different. So first 2 3 questions when I was not able to get, I was literally sinking down, literally I can say. Then somehow at back of my mind I was like, I have to clear this, get a hold of yourself, you can do it. And then I started to do the backward thing, see the answers and then try to get a hold of what she's speaking, and then you can do it. So that helped.
So Shweta, what
uh,
is it for you going forward now? Now that you have done this very clearly,
uh,
you are absolutely in love with the language. It comes out
uh,
very evident.
it's a beautiful language. I never thought I will
How
say that, Shilpa.
obvious.
Remember that I used to be so confused and why are they speaking like this? They eat up everything. I was like, literally, this was my sentence. They eat up everything. It's so complicated. There are so many syllables, and speaking 999 was a tough task. So yes, but
Why?
it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and what keeps me going is my daughter is going to a crash, and she has started getting a hold of French, and when she speaks and I can understand, that gives me a push. Had I not done this French class, I would not have been able to understand my daughter.
That's a wonderful
Imagine that situation.
That's a
Imagine that situation.
thought, Shweta. That's a wonderful thought. You actually want to use the language to probably internalize a lot of things at home, especially relationships.
Yes.
That's wonderful. I'm sure it mean a lot to your daughter as well.
And then
Sorry.
even the kids know, the children, they feel very happy when the mom can understand what they're saying, because otherwise it's a frustrating experience for the child that a mom is not understanding what she's trying to
Yes.
say in that moment.
So the funny thing is, it is not only in French, in English also she is getting accent, and sometimes I don't understand. So, she's literally get that aggressive, why are you not able to understand this? I'm saying this. And I'm like blank. I don't know what to do.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good, Shweta. Nice talking to you. And
Same here. Thank you.
Shilpa, you too. Before we sign off, any last words from both of you?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shilpa, for the support. And I'm looking forward for giving Delph A2 written, and I'll be coming to you for that. I was not texting you because I knew that you all are going with so many things. So yes, I have not stopped that. Even if I've given A2 FIDE, I still aim to give A2 written Delph. That is in my bucket list.
Okay.
So yes.
Thank you, Tapas, first of all, for taking your time out and interviewing us. And Shweta, you will remain an amazing student, and you have a lot of potential. In fact, I would suggest try and going for B1.
Oh
Let's
my
start
goodness.
preparation for B1. Why not? Why not?
Let's
And
see. If you say, we will try, definitely.
and it's really been a wonderful experience with you, I must tell. And I always have a lot of memories to tell when I speak about you to my students, give some good examples of how you really used it in your real life and it works.
Yes,
So it
I
works, and
still
that's
use
what
it.
we are learning the
It's a
language.
work in progress.
Okay, all the best. Bonjour.
Thank you.
Et bon courage.
Bonjour.
Thank you. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you,
Bon
Shilpa.
dimanche. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, au revoir.
Au revoir.